this morning, we have learned that the FBI is now saying that there were 30 emails in that latest batch of Hillary Clinton's emails, 30 of them that were related to Benghazi. These are just discovered.
Well, it's just unbelievable. On top of that all these emails had to be retrieved by the FBI after she said her lawyers went through and said everything not work-related was there, let alone this being in the content.
No, I think you've totally missed. I think, with all respect, I think you're wrong, because I remember vividly Hillary Clinton saying that she turned over all her emails, and I think she said it more than once. I think she did.
Did you put together a montage?
Maybe our producers did. Did they? Oh, here it is.
We turned over everything that was work-related, every single thing. Personal stuff, we did not. And all I can tell you is that I turned over every work-related email in my possession. What we turned over were more than 30,000 emails that I assumed were already in the government system, Brett, because they were sent to state.gov addresses.
Sure, but there were some that were just recently discovered and turned over.
No, that was in the State Department, not in me.
Okay.
I've turned over everything.
My emails are so boring.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm embarrassed about that. They're so boring. And so we've already released, I don't know, 30,000 plus. So what's a few more?
Man, well, I stand corrected.
She swore in a federal court, she swore to you, the American public, that she released all of her emails. Well, guess what? We're learning this morning, and we learned that many, many mornings ago, too, because it just keeps developing that is false.
But they're still not turning them over. The State Department has them, and they are saying it's going to take a full month to vet 30 emails. And a federal judge has said, what? A month for 30 emails? No. Hurry up and do it. And they're dragging their feet.
And they're going to redact some of it. And you wonder if they're going to redact certain things that are absolutely essential to finding out what went on. Now, keep in mind, all these emails were in the FBI, in the FBI's hopper when they decided that she should not have been indicted, right? On the last, this is all part of what the FBI already put together. But what we're finding is, thanks to Judicial Watch, thanks to the FBI's work, and thanks to Citizens United, is there are things of great interest to America if you want to know what kind of president the former Secretary of State will be, because this is her judgment. This is what she decided to do. This is what she decided to turn over. She's going to blame the lawyers. But I'm sure she's just going to say, my lawyers didn't do a good job going through the work-related emails.
But the damage has been done, and that's the tragedy. I don't care who, not even related to who wins. They have shaken the faith of the average person in the honesty of basic American institutions like the FBI and the State Department. Have you ever thought the FBI was not on the level? I never have until this season. These guys politicize everything, and they make all of us cynical about our government.
Well,
and
why is it
really damaging?
Why is it, Tucker, that the State Department gets to read through all of these emails, redact information, and then release them a month later? Why do they have that power?
Because they're covering for Hillary Clinton, as they have for the last year, and they shouldn't be doing that. That's not their job.
Does it even matter what's in these emails when it's released? Because many people feel like our hands are tied. There's nothing we can do.
There's a couple of things. Number one, they're going to go through them for intelligence purposes and say this will be detrimental to the country if this gets out. I don't really look at the FBI as somebody that's letting me down. They went out there and said that probably what we were able to acquire, we find this irresponsible. We can go through the whole James Comey presentation. Yeah. He didn't go out there and say, looks good to me. Right. He went out there and rolled down everything he had a problem with. And then he sat there in front of that committee, the Oversight Committee, and answered honestly. Enough said. He basically said, I don't think there's enough there to indict, but man, I got a problem with it.
But he also said if someone else had done this, that person would be in deep trouble. The whole thing makes you feel like the system is not on the level.
That's my point.
I hate that.
That's my point.
It's depressing.
Right.
Good morning.
Right, let's hand it over to...
Yeah, you told me bringing the show to a crashing halt. That's unbelievable. Heather, now lift us up with some good news.
Yes, exactly. Good morning, Tucker. Great to see you back here. How you been? All right, good morning to all of you. We'll start out with some big election news that happened overnight. Senator John McCain and Sheriff Joe Arpaio claiming primary victories in the state of Arizona.